quick update. Alright, quick update on my CX500 exhaust issue that I mentioned in the last video. What I had mentioned was that my Mac exhaust, which is what I've got here, which I just purchased, was bending into the side of the motor. And as you can see, the way that it's built, it could clip the motor right here and here. So here's how the exhaust is designed. You have this right side, which has the downpipe going to a Y, and then going to the exhaust, or to the going down this Y, and then going to the muffler. Now, how this works is you've got the left side here, which then fits into the Y. What had seemed to be happening was, no matter how I installed the downpipes, when I installed this side and inserted it into the flange here, the angle was too sharp. And what I had found was that this angle here, if you can see it, it goes straight down from the exhaust on the left side, and then it tapers just slightly to the right from my point of view. I guess for you it's slightly to the left. What this allows this downpipe to do is stick out just the right amount to clear the motor and enter this flange. Well, after messing with this for another hour or so tonight, I discovered that there was no possible way that this pipe could be fit into this flange and have the correct angles for both of these downpipes to clear the sides of the engine. These angles were just too sharp. They weren't straight down enough. So what I ended up having to do was very slightly, with a homemade clamp, is bend this pipe and angle it in just slightly more to allow for the clearance of this downpipe and this pipe on the other side, and allow it to all fit together properly. Now, a couple of you mentioned, well, why don't you just send it back and get another one? Well, let's be honest with you. This took 5 weeks to get. It was on back order, and considering it's riding season, I don't want to wait another 5 weeks to get another set of exhaust downpipes just to have them not work again and miss out on another month of riding, when I can have spent, like I did today, a couple hours just banging this pipe to get it right. I mean, in the spirit of a custom bike project, hey, you're going to have to make some customizations. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back on now and give you guys an idea of the clearance that I'm getting from my mild modification. Okay, the exhaust is fitted back on, and as you can see here, I've got about, let's say, 1/4 of an inch of clearance from the oil filter housing, which is just enough to get it on and off, so I'd say that's acceptable. And as a result, on the right side, where the clutch lever is right here, I've got plenty of room for movement, so my slight bending trick did the job. So now that it's fit on here, there is one other thing I want to mention, and that is in the Y pipe down here, you can see its mates right there, and where this pipe is fit into the Y pipe, there's a clamp that Mac provides, and this pipe is like exactly the right length to fit in here. If it were to be a millimeter shorter, it would leave an air leak. So another challenge that this exhaust presents is in mounting the muffler, which has a neat bracket here that's supposed to bolt to the factory frame. So as you can see, this slides on like so, probably right about there, and it's supposed to be mounted here to part of the existing frame, which isn't there. So I'm going to see what I can do about building a clamp and a mount to the frame in this area here to support the exhaust, although it actually seems pretty sturdy even without this mount here. Okay, so that's the update on the Mac exhaust kit that I bought, the 2-in-1 exhaust kit for the CX500. The result is that I slightly modified this left tube by bending it to fit the motor without touching it, and I was able to reassemble it successfully. The verdict is still out on the quality of the exhaust system. It seems very lightweight, which could be a benefit, but also could be a weakness. And there are some other little quality issues that I'm disappointed with. So I'm going to let this be an opportunity to review this exhaust over maybe a season or two of riding, and let you all know how well I do with it. Alright, now that I think I have the exhaust figured out, I'm going to move on to my next challenge, which is getting this battery box to fit right in here, like so. As I mentioned before, I've got a few fitment issues. First of all, the box is running into the exhaust, so I need to figure out a way to get the box to fit underneath there, either by cutting it or potentially moving this bracket over to make room for the box to fit. This box is going to hold my battery, my electronics, and most likely I'll be covering all this in my next video over the weekend. So thanks again for watching. I appreciate all your feedback on the Mac exhaust, and I hope to give you guys a really good review on it over the next few months. So see you soon.